everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey. Odyssey with Yendi is brought to you by Worthy Park Rum Cream. Whatever your style, classic, trendy, sophisticated, bold, one thing we all share is our desire to indulge. Velvety and perfectly balanced with just the right amount of spirit, Worthy Park Rum Cream is your perfect pleasure. So whatever your style, indulge in the new Worthy Park Rum Cream. Smooth Jamaican elegance. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly. She has 8 Olympic medals, 11 World Championship medals, and has represented Jamaica in 5 Olympic Games. She's absolutely loved and adored in Jamaica and across the world. Our girl, this you know, Veronica. Veronica Campbell-Brown. Veronica, how are you?
I am grateful. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive and to be here with you.
Yeah, it's so nice to see you. I feel like there are some of us who grew up with you while you grew up, who we almost felt like we knew you. We're always rooted for you. We're always cheering for you. So to see you is just honestly so heartwarming. Like my heart is literally bursting with joy.
Thank you. And the same is mutual because you are always so happy. You're so energetic. And I love that about you.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. All right. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the episode. Let us talk about Veronica. We're going to say Veronica, because you know, say, a Veronica, your name. Who was a little girl who grew up where she grew up?
So I was born in Clarkstown, Trelawney, which is home to the Langpan Sugar Factory. It is now closed, but my father was a cane cutter
Really?
at the Langpan Sugar Factory. And I lived in Clarkstown for about 2 years. My mom migrated to Warsaw, Trelawney, still Trelawney, but Warsaw, to take care of her mother. Her mother was very, very sick. And so I migrated there with her, of course. And I spent most of my childhood in Warsaw, and it was fun.
What was life like for you? What you did for fun?
Running. I love running. From I was a little girl, I remember that everything I do, I would run. And as a result, my mom made me the child of choice to be sent to the supermarket.
Of course.
So she would start cooking and she'd like, oh, I need this. And she would send me to buy it and I have to run to the supermarket and run back for her to finish her cooking. So I've always loved running. And when I was in primary school, one of my teachers tell me that you have a gift and I think you should take track and field very seriously. He also advised me to attend Veer Technical High School. He's like, Veer is a sprint factory. That's a school you need to go and you need to focus on becoming a pro athlete because you are gifted. And
He said it to you that early?
That early in primary school. Because this teacher, he was our teacher, but he was also our coach, so to speak.
Yes.
And he's the one who would put us in his truck back and bring us to the various track meets around Trelawney. And we always look forward to that. And so he planted a seed, he watered it, he would help me and the other kids get to the various competitions and just nurture us and push us and help us to work towards maximizing our talent. But growing up in Warsaw was fun. So I grew up in Warsaw, but I attended Troy Primary. I don't know why, because it's further. The commute was further. So born in Clarkstown, lived most of my life in Warsaw, attend Troy Primary. At 14, I migrated to Clarendon to attend high school. And I lived on the dorm, so I was away from home when I was 13, visit on occasion. And then from high school, I migrated to the US, and the rest is history.
Well, you know what's crazy about that is, so some people, I have an uncle who went to boarding school, and he was the only one of my mother's siblings who went to boarding school. And he says it was some of the best years of his life, but he also said it forced him to grow up really quickly. How was your boarding school experience?
Absolutely. I totally agree with your uncle. I enjoy my time at Vera. I met some really great friends, and we had like a sisterhood. We look out for each other. We supported each other. But of course, there are things that I no longer have my mom or my big sister to do for me. I have to wash my own clothes. I have to press my uniform. I have to comb my hair or find a friend to comb my hair. I did not like ironing. And so I had a friend.
Still don't like it.
So I had a friend, Patricia. She loves to iron, so she would iron my uniforms for me. So that was really fun. But it was great being in boarding school. It teach me to be resilient, to be responsible, to be organized, and to make sure that I was taking care of business, because I have my chores. Like there are some nights when I have to take care of the dishes, like wash, because at boarding school, our breakfast and dinner was provided for. And so we all got chores to either wash after breakfast or after dinner. And so I enjoy those things, because given responsibility and make sure that you show up on time and get the things done, and get to classes on time, get to train on time, and have the sisterhood. And it was really great. I wouldn't ask for it to be
any different. Yes.
I enjoy my time. I enjoy being away from home, and enjoy the experiences of taking care of myself, so to speak, and being stay on schedule, stay focused.
There is how we all came to know you. Yeah. The world. When I go say Jamaica, really, but the world. Jamaicans, they're everywhere,
right?
And especially people who, we stay connected to home because of champs, but we all came to know you because of being at Veer. Let us talk about coming into your track career now. Because they must say, hold on now, who that girl here?
Yeah.
And Veer have a brilliant athlete in this girl. Let's talk about even, representing and what that meant for you and being a part of champs.
Yeah. So, as I said earlier, I enjoyed running. So I would run all the time in Trelawney. There was a time when I was racing boys on the street in Trelawney.
Really?
Even though I could beat boys, I was not the best girl in Trelawney.
So that's mere slow boy I run games?
Well, that or I have a lot of fast girls that I was competing with. And actually, my husband Omar have a cousin who used to beat me.
What?
Yes, she's a little bit older. She was in a little bit higher class, but I could not beat Pamela.
Really?
And so I have a few girls like her that was faster than me, but I was determined. And of all of us, I'm the only one that go on to become a professional and athlete. And so the journey has been great. Yeah.
There's a school of thought that says maybe they ask the athletes to do too much at high school and too much for champs. And we see a lot of kids who end up burning out and almost not being able to transition to pro. But you transitioned beautifully.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that transition, because you left there and went to college in America. What was that going pro like, and the delicate dance between college athlete and going pro?
I think being at Veer, I was not the fastest one.
Yeah.
And so there was other people to fill the gap. So I wasn't under pressure to keep running every week. And so actually, when I started Veer, I went as a sprinter, and I ended up had to run the 400 meters because I could not make the sprint team.
Really? Yes, that's how deep the team was.
Yes. So I did the 400 meters for 1 year, and then
I know you hated that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I know. I know.
The lactic acid was ridiculous. And I trained with Constantine Harton. And his workload was crazy. Sometimes we would go on a 20 or 30 minutes run for a warm-up and come back for the workout. And many days I would cry because I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
But you cry, but you have to finish. You cannot quit a workout. And so being through from there to Barton and to University of Arkansas, I never overwork. I never overrun. Actually, when I left Jamaica in 2001 and attended Barton, I was injured when I got there. And so for almost the first year, I was nursing an injury. And then Barton had a lot of talented girls. So again, there was no need for me to race every week or overwork because we had enough people. And University of Arkansas was the same thing. So I think that through my school systems, there were people who I went into schools that had a lot of depth. I was never under pressure to run often. And so I think that preserved me and helped me to have longevity in the sport. And then when I went pro, my agent and I had a great relationship. So my agent, my coaches, we talk about the schedule. It wasn't that I have to run. It had to make sense with all of us. It's a collective effort. And so a lot of athletes, I believe, burn out, so to speak, because of overtraining, over racing. And I was lucky that I was never in any of those positions. I was able to pick and choose when I run, and that helped me to last longer in the sport.
Speaking of picking and choosing, well, I know why you never picked the 400. I'm not even asked. But fun and joke aside, what made you decide that your pet event was the 200 and the 100?
Yeah.
Well, the 200 is really the pet.
Right.
Well,
I love both the 100 meters and the 200 meters, but I achieve more in the 200 meters. But when it comes to choosing, I think it was I had more fast twitch. I was quicker. Endurance was not my thing. Quickness, speed was my thing. And so my coaches realized that, okay, I'm a sprinter, not a 400-meter runner. And that's why it was so hard for me when I went to Vera and I had to do the 400 for that 1 year because it was painful. It was never my thing. I was not successful in it. And so I think it's just by genetics that I realized that the sprint
that would be better suited for you.
Exactly. And I don't know why my career ended up that way. I had more success in the 200 meters, but if I should say the reason for that is because of technique.
Yeah.
I had a really good finish, but I never always have a great start in the 100 meters. And in the 200 meters, my curve were really good. I was very aggressive, so much so that I don't know if you realize I ran out of my lane in the 200 meters at the World Championship in 2005. So I won in Athens and I lost at the World Championship. Alison got it. And I don't like to blame anybody, but and if I say this, Alison may hear it and maybe feel away, but I lost because I ran out of my lane. It was I gave away too much distance and tried to come back. I ran out and I came back. I should have, if I stayed in that race and win, it would be okay because I didn't impede anyone. So by running out and come back in, I lose ground. I should have just stayed in that lane. And then it would have been fine. But it is what it is. So
you know, one of the hardest parts about being an athlete though is when you look back at the footage. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Is there that race for you? Well, you just raised one.
Yeah.
But is there a moment for you where you're just like, oh my gosh, if only I did that differently because I know differently, but why did I do that? Is there a race that you still ponder on?
Yeah, Rio. Again, I ran out of my lane twice. Was it Rio or was it Beijing World Championship? I did finish third in that one though. That was my in the semifinals. I ran out of my lane. I didn't hit anybody, so I got the finals. I ended up, though, in lane 2. There was no one in lane 1, so I was actually in lane 1.
On the inside, yeah.
I ran my art out, and I got bronze. So, but these things happen.
From lane 1, you know?
From, yeah.
I don't know, if you don't know, there are lanes that just work better. And lane 1 is not one of them, nor is lane 2.
Exactly. I won my 2 Olympic victories in the 200 meters was from lane 4.
Really?
So lane 4 is, I love my main competitor in front of me. I love that. I like to see the main person so that I can target them and just go for them.
I have to ask you this. Do you also like to be breathing down their neck? Like you want them to hear you come in, you want them to be like, I feel her ear.
Well, I don't do the Serena. No, I don't breathe. I don't.
You said the Serena?
The Serena, Serena on the course. I don't. No. Yeah, but the objective for me in the 200 meters was always to get my competitor within the first 50 meters.
Yeah.
So I want to take control. I want to transition first, and as long as I'm in control, the objective is just to maintain my form. That has always been my strategy, and it paid off for the most part.
For the more than most part. But I love a humble queen, but let me say it for you, since you ain't gonna say it. Or will you say it? Actually, you know what I think is one of the most impressive things about your career is that you are one of maybe 10 people, if I'm not mistaken, who has achieved championship success at every single level. Yeah. So from junior, come right up to senior in every single international competition. Yeah. That is wildly incredible.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's I think it was destiny. When I went to World Youth in 1999, I was not the favorite to win the 100 meters. It was Lisa Sharp. And it was the first staging of the World Youth. And I ended up winning that race, and Lisa was livid.
Livid Lisa.
She was like, because it came as a surprise. I surprised myself. Everybody in the camp was surprised. I had a great race. I won. And then right after that, in 2002, I won the double at the World Youth.
You said it just so casually. So casually. She won the double.
World Juniors. Yeah. So it was, I really think it was destiny. I believe that everything that I achieved was ordained. And I'm just grateful for all my successes. And I don't see how I can take credit, because it starts from God giving me the talent. Yeah. And then having the right coaches and people around me to motivate and help me to go through the different stages has contributed to my success. Yeah. And so I believe in being grateful and being humble about my accomplishment.
Yeah. Have you always had a firm grounding in faith, or is that something that came even more as you competed? Was that the thing that kept you sane with all the hard work that comes with training and competition?
Absolutely. I grew up in the church. I grew up as a Seventh-day Adventist. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Seventh-day Adventist religion. But
I know say you can't eat pork. I know say your ears not supposed to whatever. I know say them vex if you wear nail polish. Yeah.
So pork, my mom still don't eat pork. We could not eat pork in the house. But from 6 p.m. on Fridays to 6 p.m. on Saturdays,
observe the Sabbath.
Nothing. No cooking, no entertainment. We have to study our quarterly, the quarterly book that we get to study. So that's what we do. So mom would do all our cooking on Friday before 6 o'clock, and we'd tune in and study, prepare for Sunday school, for Sabbath school. We'd go to church in the morning. We would pause for lunch. If you have lunch, you eat lunch at church, or go home. If you don't have lunch, there's enough lunch people to share. And then you come back for a Bible study in the evening, and that ends at 6 o'clock. So that is the day. So I grew up in the church as a Seventh-day Adventist, and then I have aunts that were Pentecostal. So I have a combination of both. And I have a few cousins who love singing, and I live with my mom, but I sleep by my grandmother. And so I would travel to my grandmother in the nights, and my cousins were there as well. We all sleep at our grandmother's house, and we would have concert under the moonlight.
That must have been so funny.
I'm telling you, it was always so uplifting. And I have an uncle who is a guitarist, so he would play the guitar for us, and we would worship and sing. And my faith has been the foundation.
Yeah.
in everything. I realized that there's always a solution. I stay positive. I am not afraid of challenges. It's when I have something going on, I know where to go. I go to my creator and I find the peace and the calm I need to get through anything. And that is people always ask me, what contributed to your mental toughness? It is my spirituality. Yes. It is knowing that no matter what, God is with me. And I'm trying to instill that in the kids. I make sure that they are in church. Avian, I love church.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, if I'm like, we're not going to church this Sunday, I better have a good reason why we're not going.
Better explain yourself.
Yeah, and on Wednesday night, you don't want to miss. So I'm like this Wednesday, we did not go to church because we went out to play tennis.
Nice.
And we finished too late. And she's like, can we still go to church? I'm like, no, we only have 15 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah.
No. Nothing should interrupt church.
Right.
She's like, no, mommy, no.
Yeah. So I'm like, we haven't had dinner yet. You haven't showered yet. And we only have 15 minutes. We're going to late. She said, you should have told me that I would choose church over tennis. I'm like, okay, next time I'll know. So now I know we have to do tennis earlier on Wednesday because she wants to go to church.
Well, the word says, train up a child.
Absolutely.
The way they should go. That we never depart from it, and look at that.
Absolutely, because she's very determined. She's very strong-headed. And I feel like she need a higher being to keep her grounded. Whenever she's slipping up, she remember that, okay, Jesus is watching. I may not see you, but Jesus is watching.
And also, what would Jesus do?
Right, exactly. So yes. So
when you would when you do your little concerts with your cousin, what was your go-to song?
We sing everything. I honestly don't remember the exact songs, but we sing everything. And I believe I can sing. I used to sing at Ver for a concert. My friend Patricia and I, whenever we were having talent show to raise funds for the track team, Patricia and I used to sing. I remember that song.
There's only one way to know if you can sing or not.
We used to sing the song. Mama, Mama, you know I love you.
Hey, country artist.
Yeah, so
actually, if you'd like to book Veronica to voice in your studio, please contact me.
Right.
My name is Yendi, Veronica's manager, Phillipps. Contact me at 876 Book Veronica. Look it up on your phone.
Yeah. So I enjoyed, and my cousin Neil. Oh, it was so good. It was
really,
it was great.
Nice.
Great at singing, and he really loved worshiping.
Yeah.
And so we always look forward to doing that. So yeah.
So let us know, tie in your faith with your profession. Let us go to now. It is your first Olympic Games. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
So we are in the year
2000
to Rockstone.
Yeah, Sydney.
You said Athens a while ago, but no, Sydney. So we're in Sydney.
Yeah.
It's the year 2000. You are a young Veronica. It's your first Olympic Games.
Yeah.
Walk me through preparing yourself to go out there for round one. We're not reached semis yet.
Yeah.
We're not reached nowhere.
Yeah.
Round one. Walk me through your preparation.
Yeah. It was a lot of pressure because I
Yes.
was the youngest one, and when it comes to 4x1, you don't want to be the one to mess up. And to be honest, there were some seniors who didn't have confidence in me. And so I believe in myself and my ability. I knew that I earned a spot. I knew that I could deliver. I just placed the race in God's hand and get out there, focus on what I need to do. My only job was to receive the baton, pass the baton. Did that, and thank God we ended up getting to the finals and we got silver. Yeah. So it's always about making sure that I'm staying connected. I write a lot of journal.
Yeah.
I write a lot of affirmations and I read my Bible, I pray. And as I get more into my career, I had people who I would call ahead of time to pray.
Right.
I had a spiritual friend, I had a few pastors, and I have an uncle who is a pastor as well. So whenever I'm traveling or at track meets, I would set aside certain time to call them to pray. I make sure that the last thing I do on the track is pray. Always put the race in God's hand. And by doing that, whatever the result is, I can be at peace.
Yes, you accept God's will.
Yes. I look at what I did wrong, how I can improve, and it's destiny.
So like when the race is done and somebody puts a microphone in front of you and you barely even catch your breath yet, and it's not the result you want, but somebody pops a mic in front of you and says, Veronica, what do you make of your race today? When you genuinely say, this is God's will and I'm okay with that, you mean it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we don't have control over most things. And so it's easier when we accept reality for what it is. Look at how you can improve for the next time. Learn from your experiences, and that will help us grow. And that's how I've operated my career. Learn from each race, have my goals, and work towards them. If I achieve them, so be it. If I don't, I keep working towards them. And I think that is one of the things that kept me going. Always chasing something, always wanting to get better, always wanting to grow, always wanting to maximize my potential. I want to see how fast I can run, how well I can represent myself, my country, and my family. And just believing that I was given a talent because God have a purpose for me. And as long as I keep working hard, keep my mind right, serve myself with the right people, and show up, control my nerves, and take care of business, I will continue to achieve the things that God had lined up for me.
Yeah. You know off the top of your head how many Olympic medals you have?
Yeah.
Tell me.
8.
You know the colors?
Yeah, I do.
Tell me.
So 3 golds, 2 bronze, and 3 silver. Yeah.
You know how many World Championship medals you have off the top of your head?
Yeah, I think it's 11.
Oh, not the double digits. You know the colors?
No, I don't know. I don't know the colors in the world.
It's too many.
I don't. Yeah, I never really.
It's too many to keep up.
Check. Yeah.
How many Olympic Games did you attend?
5. Yeah, 5.
That's massive.
Yeah. Actually, I was hoping to make it to 6.
Really?
Yeah. So, right before Tokyo Olympics, 2 weeks out, I got injured. I was feeling good in training. And I believed maybe I could make the relay team.
Yeah.
And I was working hard. And I ran a race the week prior and I got too excited.
Pushed a little too hard.
I was pushing too hard. In training, didn't And I got an hamstring injury. And at the time I realized that, okay, 2 weeks out, that was 4 years ago. That was in 2021. I retired. I'm like, I'm just gonna retire now. I think to go back to the training and prepare for another year, I feel like that injury so close, but yet so far was a sign like, okay, you had enough. Maybe it's time to move on, because it's very hard for us as athletes to retire.
I was just gonna ask you.
Yes, it's very hard, because imagine I ran track and field all my life basically, and so to move on to something else is kind of scary. But when I retired, the first 2 weeks was rough. But after that, I got over it. I moved on and I accepted that, okay, you came, you did your thing, and it's okay. Everything must come to an end.
Literally,
yes,
everything in life, everything that we know comes to an end. But what was rough about it? Is it that you were just so accustomed to the routine of wake up, train, come home, eat, rest, recovery, then afternoon training, so that your routine is gone?
Absolutely. Now I have to think about new routine, and I think that is the hardest thing, because when a person continue to do something for, say, 20 plus years, it's hard. It's very hard to find something to replace it, and to feel like you're getting the same level of satisfaction is hard, and it takes time.
Do you think your body was ready to retire, but your mind and your heart wasn't?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think my body was ready to retire. And as athletes, we know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just don't accept it.
Right.
Because we want to keep going.
That's the mind
but
part.
But you can realize that, okay, I'm not recovering fast enough. You don't feel the same. You're not hitting the times, or whatever the case is, based on an athlete's sport. And so it is to look into ourselves and realize that you have done enough. You've put your body through enough, and your body needs to rest. And I think I got to that realization when I got injured, and realized that this is enough. What am I chasing? Right. What am I chasing? Yes. So So after 2 weeks, I got over the sadness of missing track and field, and I'm now enjoying being a spectator. I still work out because
Listen,
I have to.
we know. We see you.
I have to keep up with those.
Sometimes when I open my phone, I just say, Veronica, man, we don't want lunge, man. The walking lunges.
Yeah. I
don't like a walking lunge.
Yeah.
Don't like it. You love a walking lunge.
Yeah,
Always doing it.
I love working out because it's not only good for your body, but the mind. It's so refreshing.
Do you know when exercise became extremely essential for me? Not competing, becoming a mom.
Yes.
Because it literally provided so much mental clarity, especially in the postpartum period.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about when you decided to become a mom. Because here you are, okay, you're a professional athlete. Your husband was also a professional athlete. It's not the type of thing that you just say, whoops, dear. It's the type of thing that you really have to plan because your body is your tool.
Yeah.
This is your instrument, right? Let's talk about when you're just like, all right, guess what we're doing, honey?
Yeah.
We're going to try to have a baby.
And we didn't. It just happened. Actually, I went to a meet in France. I think it was France. I ran horribly. And I'm like, I was not feeling well.
What's wrong with me?
And I ran so bad, my agent said, Veronica, I think we're going to end the circuit. I think it's best for you to go home. I'm like, okay, fine. I went home and I went and did a test and I was pregnant. I was pregnant with Iyata. And that's why my body, I was trying to push myself. My body was like, no. And then after having Iyata, she was born 2019. And I tried to come back to run and I feel like I was on my way for the Tokyo when I got injured. But I'm telling you, it was hard to come back from having a baby to try and run at the highest level. Yeah. And so back to your original question, Omar and I, we did not plan, it just happened. And
but then when you realize that you buck up in this, because as I say, this is your instrument. What was your reaction? Were you just like, let's keep it all the way real? Was that a all right, I trust God's will, or was that a geez, peas, no, me never planned for this?
I was not disappointed because I always wanted to be a mom, but I was also determined to come back to track and field. Got you. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have the baby, and then I will get back into shape and continue my career. Right. But it was harder than I think. Yeah, to have a baby, and it's not the same. Your body is going through a lot. Body takes time to recover, to get back in tip-top shape. And as a sprinter, especially, it's very hard. You need to be explosive and need to lose a lot of the baby weight, which again, it takes time. And you cannot, it's not an overnight thing. It's a marathon. It wasn't a sprint, and I wanted to sprint, so.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, girl, look at you. You could also do stand-up comedy. That was a good one. Let's talk a bit about having a son. Yeah. Because you have a little teeny son. He's still so small. Yeah. Obviously, you're just like, Iyata need like a company.
Yes. So Zayn is now 2.5. And Omar may not like this, but it's the truth. Omar was happy with 1. And I'm like, no, Iyata need a sibling. She's going to drive us crazy if it's just beyond.
She won.
Yeah. And so we did decide that we're going to go for another one. And God bless us with Zayn. And he's such a great addition to the family because although Iyata drive him crazy because she's so energetic and she keeps pulling him into things. And right now, Zayn is into all the toys Iyata is into.
Oh, and that's a disaster waiting to happen for Iyata.
And Iyata is constantly complaining, you're breaking my stuff. No, Zayn, put it back. And he's like, and I recently went to Iyata's 6-month wellness check. And I was talking to the pediatrician. And I told her that Zayn is all over. He wants to play with the dolls and the unicorns. And she's like, he's fine. He's young. Let him. He's okay. He's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. So now we are more relaxed and let Zayn play with whatever he wants to play with.
Yeah. I'm sure that's not to Iyata's pleasing. I'm sure she's just like, no, use your toys.
Yes. So.
But good lessons come out of having siblings, right?
Yes.
Good
So,
lessons.
So we're enjoying both of them, and they're very loving to each other. And Zane is a cuddler. He loves to kiss his sister. Everything is thank you, you're welcome. He's such a sweetheart.
Or you can drop him off anytime.
Right. Yes. I'm sure him and Isaiah will have fun together.
Exactly.
Yes. So I'm glad that we went for a second one, and God bless us with a boy. So we have a boy and a girl. And as we often say, Aviana, A, Zane Z, A to Z, we're done.
We love that. You said we covered. Yes. How has becoming a mom changed who you are?
Yeah. Well, it's a excellent experience, a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But I know that the rewards will outweigh the challenges. I've learned to be more patient. I think I was always patient, but I learned to be more patient. I'm very giving, and that seems to be becoming a problem, because everything Aviana asks for is yes. And recently, she had dinner. She wanted a snack right after. And I'm like, no, Aviana, that's it for the night. Just drink some water and that's it. And she could not believe it. She's like, I do not like no. I'm like, Aviana, no. You will hear a lot of no's in this world. So no, I have to make that deliberate effort to make sure that I'm not saying yes when I should be saying no. Because I realized that by giving her everything she wants, I'm not helping her to prepare for the real world. Yeah. And so being a mom is a daily journey. I'm constantly learning the personalities of both Zane and Aviana. Every day I'm seeing new things. There are things to deal with. I have to be, as you know, you have to be a teacher, a nurse, a nurturer, everything. But I'm enjoying the journey. And by being a mom, I realized that, wow, my mom, she have 8 kids. Growing up, she was a farmer. She would plant everything. And I realized that she was working so hard to take care of us, to planting and selling and dealing with all our frustration. It's not easy. And now I have utmost respect, more respect for my mom when I realize the challenge, what it takes to raise kids. And I'm so grateful for her that she raised me in the church, and she was always there, because as I said in the beginning, she left Clarkson when I was 2. So I did not know my dad until I was 14, when I was getting ready to go to there. And so throughout my primary school, although my mom eventually got married and I had a stepfather, throughout my primary school days, my mom was the one hustling, making sure she find the money by planting and selling produce to send us to school and all that. And then when I was getting ready to attend VEER, she brought me to meet my father. And my father is so sweet, he's so calm, very chilled. He jumped into action and he helped her provide what I needed.
That's really good.
What I needed for VEER Technical High School.
Yeah.
So, but
you know, I always say I understand my parents so much more now.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, the lens of becoming a mother has changed so much of how I think. I go back to memories, and how I would have perceived something then. And then I'm like, no, but me didn't need too big lick.
Right.
Because, wait, what?
Yes.
The things that we made things. Now that I'm a mom, I'm just like, well, my mom really was just trying her best.
Yes.
But what's also crazy to me is we all just kind of winging it, aren't we?
Yes.
Like, each phase is so different with the children.
Yeah.
We don't even know. So like, even that for Aviana, as she now eases into being a preteen.
Yeah.
And then a teen.
Yeah.
You learn a whole new side of yourself as a mom.
Yes.
And then the girls and the boys really are different.
Right.
It's just amazing how, as individuals, you end up growing so much.
Yes.
Especially when you want to do it right. Like, you want to pour into them so much, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And there is no manual. There is no manual. I tell people that being a mom, being a parent is the hardest job there is.
It is.
It is a daily, you're learning every day. you're trying to do your best to make sure that you raise a person that will be valuable to society.
Correct.
Because that's the reward. In the end, I feel like the way a kid is could be a reflection of the home and the parent. And so there's great responsibility in being parent, because it's not what you say, it's going to be what you do. And so we have to realize that in order for Aviana to listen to us, we have to do what we say, and we have to make sure we be a good example for her.
Our word. And
so you are constantly checking yourself to make sure that you are doing the right thing. So it's like it's an identity check. It's am I being too rough? Am I being too hard? Am I being too soft? Am I being too giving? Am I helping this kid too much and not teaching them to be independent? So every day you're checking yourself and trying to make sure that you're doing your best to raise a complete human that can stand on his or her own.
And all we can do is do our best.
Yes.
That's all we can do.
Absolutely.
And there's a day when you're going to look in the mirror, you're going to be like, wait, is my best good enough?
Exactly.
But I think that's a part of the process.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's a part of it.
Yeah.
And I find I give my parents so much more grace now, because I realize we're all just, as you said, there's no manual. We learn as we go in this thing called parenthood.
Yeah.
I think motherhood just harder. It's different.
Yeah.
Let me just say, it's different.
It have a little more weight to it, a little more work.
It's different. There's physically more demands on us.
Yes.
Especially in those first 2 to 5 years.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're in that window right now, girl.
Yes.
How's your sleep?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Zane is a mama's boy.
I feel you.
It's a good thing, but it can also be a not so good thing.
I feel you.
Because he's not sleeping right now. He's what do you call it? Sleep regressing.
Yes.
Yeah? And so, like last night, I was to get up at 4:15. I set my alarm for 4:15. Zane was in my bed at 1:45 on top of me. This has been going on for the last 4 months. He will not get out of the bed. And when I talk to someone about it, even the pediatrician, she just nothing, no advice, no help,
dry eye with
no
it.
help. It's
Straight
like
to your face.
Yeah, it's like, I guess you just have to go through the phase. When is this phase going to end? I don't know. I don't have any control. So I'm like, I'm sleep deprived, but I think my body's used to it. Luckily, I'm not running pro track, so it's okay to have less sleep.
But you are still a professional, because you have now shifted yourself from being a pro athlete to being an entrepreneur, because you have VCB Fit, you have your apparel, you still is a working lady.
Yes.
So it's a lot. But let's talk about what you've transitioned into.
Yeah. So when I was nearing the end of my career, we were thinking about what next. And I love the health and fitness space. And so Omar and I talked about launching a product line. And that's how VCB Fit come into play. It was launched January 2020. And so VCB Fit is more than just apparel, more than just active wear. We're building a community where we are encouraging women to live healthy and active, because we are given one body.
Yes.
No, when we were young, we get 2 sets of teeth, but one body, God not gonna give another one. And I tell people all the time,
we never think about that yet. True.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only thing we get more than once. Everything else is once. And so we have to take care of it. And I'm like, I know it may be hard, but you don't have to be an elite athlete to work out. It can be simple habits of walking daily. It can be stretching at night. It can be hydrating. It can be reducing your sugar. And all these things gonna help your overall health. And that's part of the things we're trying to tell women. Take care of you. As women, we give of ourselves so much. And so in order for you to be there for yourself and your family, it's important to think about your physical and mental health. And that is part of what VCB Fit is doing, along with providing the excellent outfit for them to go out, look confident and work out.
Come on now. You better make that outfit hug me. You better make those tights sit down for my body. Ultimately, what's the thing that you want to be remembered for the most? When people pause and say, you see, Veronica was this. What is that thing for you?
I would like people to remember me as a person who was determined, persevered, stayed positive, never give up, regardless of my humble beginnings in Trelawney, didn't have much. At some point, did not have shoes. I did not give up. I had a goal. I had dreams. And I stayed the course, whether I had it or not. I remember running at the stadium barefoot. Imagine that, running at the stadium barefoot. Oh, hot that thing was. And that's what it takes. It's about perseverance, about believing in yourself. And it's about staying the course. And that's what I want you to remember me as someone who got a talent, maximize it, wasn't afraid to dream. And I think when I look at track and field, I realize that a lot of the same habits and traits that help me to be successful in track and field is that we need for life. Business. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's about being positive and being mentally strong and don't quit and keep reaching out for help and just keep pursuing your dreams.
Yeah. If I were to ask you to give me 3 things that are like your go-to secret weapons that are in your back pocket, where I already know one of the weapons. We know the first thing you're going to say. But what would those 3 things be?
Prayer and worship.
Me know, man. Yep.
Surround myself with good people. People who love me, people who are positive, and stay the course, continue looking at my goals, keep working towards my goals, and even when things hard, there's always a solution. Just find a way. Don't be quick to quit, because maybe you're looking at one path and it's not that path. There's many ways to get to the same destination. So look at different options instead of be quick to quit.
A word. I want to play a game with you.
All right.
You're going to love this game.
Okay.
Because this game involves you doing, I think, 2 of the things you love the most.
Okay.
You are competitive, right? Oh dear. You also love to be fit, huh?
Yeah.
And you love encouraging people to be fit, huh?
What is this game?
All right. I thought you'd never ask. So.
He's bringing the thing.
You're just like, but what is that? This not look like nothing when we just say.
Tapple.
It not look like nothing when we just, right?
No, I don't
All right.
know what
Tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to pull this right here.
Yendi always have something up her sleeve.
Girl, I'm on sleeveless today.
Right? No sleeve.
It's out and brawling today. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a category, right?
Okay.
But we are going to come up with the categories. No, I am going to come up with the categories.
Okay. All right.
And you are going to pick whichever letter the thing starts with, right? So let's say we're actually going to the category of exercise.
Okay.
So you're on a timer, and let's say your exercise is squats. You push the S for squats. I would say jumping jacks, J, and we'll go around, right? Whoever it ends on, who doesn't get to complete their thing, has to do whatever activity the other person says. Yes?
So, the timer is
right here.
Okay, timer is in. Okay.
But you can't give me no 10 burpees for them.
Okay, I don't like burpees.
Okay, good.
Not my
Look in that camera and tell the people you're not going to give me burpees.
No burpees for Yendi. Today, maybe next time.
Veronica! All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the category is exercises.
Okay.
All right? You can go first. I'm going to start the timer.
I'm going to go squat. So I need to now go squat?
Jumping jacks. No, go on. Keep going. Next one.
Okay, we keep going?
Yep, keep going.
Oh, push up.
All right, I lost. Tell me what exercise you need me to do.
She said no burpees, so I'll do easy squats.
How many?
Just 10. Not gonna pressure you.
1.
Yeah.
2.
There you go.
Nice. You better work. 4.
3.
Yeah. 5. What? 6.
Yeah, that's easy.
7. 8. Veronica, me start trembling.
9. 10.
Should I stay in it?
No, you're good.
Okay, good.
Nice. Well done.
All right. The next category we're going to do is things you pack in the kids' lunch pan.
Okay.
Yeah? You want to start?
Yes, let's see. What?
Okay, go.
Okay. Where is R? Rice.
Okay. Sandwich.
Fruit. F.
Juice.
Okay.
Whose was that?
My turn.
I got in the juice, so it's your turn.
Yes,
All
my turn.
Veronica, can you please give me...
Don't say push up. I know that's what she had on her mind.
All right, we're not going to say
It's fine. It's okay. Whatever.
Can you give me 10 jumping jacks?
Okay.
Easy.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Hopefully this don't drop. Jumping jack.
1, 2, 3, 4. You better work. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's my workout for today.
Funny. All right. Our next category is things we like to cook.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go.
Chicken,
Fish.
rice,
Lasagna.
plantain porridge.
Mango chutney.
Oh man.
What how you cook mango chutney now? Me don't know, you know.
What is that? Mango chutney.
I don't know, but I said it.
Maybe
All right, you're up.
Pan-seared mango or
Come,
something.
can't find your dumpling.
Okay.
Come. Please do. Oh, you love this one. Give me 5 lunges.
Okay.
Easy.
Just do the forward one.
Oh, she said, let me just give you the athletic one. Check the high knee.
That's 4 and last count. I think this is 5.
All right,
Okay.
sweet. Our last category. You pick the category.
All right. Let's see. Healthy drink.
Oh my gosh. All right.
So you wanna start or?
Okay, sure. Okay, ready?
There's not much. So
Coconut water.
water.
Gatorade.
Oh, Powerade.
Lemonade. Lemonade not healthy.
No.
No, lemonade not healthy. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What am I gonna? Okay. What am I gonna give you? Push up.
Pax cover.
Just 5. You can do the one on your knee if you want. If you wanna do the real deal, whichever one.
You're gonna judge me with the one on my knee?
It doesn't. No, whichever one you're comfortable with. Only 5. 1,
Your my chest crack.
2, 3, 4, 5. Easy peasy.
Give me one for brata.
Right, exactly. Easy. Yeah, that was fun.
It was, right?
I need to place with Aviana because trust me. You know what? If she lost, she would start acting funny. She feel like she needs to win everything. Like,
Listen,
yeah.
I can't lie. That was me as a kid too.
Oh, no.
I won't even lie. Competitive body.
Yeah, yes.
I just know I learned to lose graciously.
Yeah.
Actually, I learned to lose graciously in 2010.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Y'all know what I did there. But yeah. Let us ultimately, if you had anything to do over and change in your life, would you?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change a thing. I like the path I was on. Born in Trelawney, not having much, set the stage for everything I've achieved. Because I learned what it is to work hard, to have faith, to persevere. And I was never entitled. I was always grateful for anything that I received. And I think that has to do with my upbringing.
Yeah.
And at this point with our kids,
the
challenge Omar and I have is trying to figure out how do we give them what they want, but not let them feel like they don't need to work hard for what they need to get.
I'm right there with you.
Yes, because it's totally different.
Yeah.
And so part of our strategy is to not give them everything. And we're giving Aviana's chore. Like, she have a unicorn that she loves, and it uses battery and it lights up. She got it recently as a birthday gift. And I'm like, the battery's gonna run out. You gotta do chores. You gotta earn your own money to put in your piggy bank to buy your battery.
Well done.
Yes, so
well done. Small things.
Yes. So we have to work hard to make sure that we are not overdoing it, because I didn't have much, so I feel good about giving my kids what they want. Not because I didn't have it mean I need to hold back, but at the same time, you have to do it in a way that's not going to jeopardize the child. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You're lovely.
Thank you.
You're so lovely. I've enjoyed this thoroughly.
Thanks, Yendi.
Thoroughly.
Yes.
I have a little something for you. A little beverage.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a little spirit.
Right.
A little libation or two. And it's just a little something to say thank you.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
really,
you.
really
Thanks.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Really
appreciate
you.
Thanks.
I appreciate what you've done for our country. I appreciate what you have done as a barrier-breaking woman in your industry. But more than anything, I really respect what you've done for yourself and for your own legacy and the indelible mark that you have left.
Thank you so much.
Not just in your industry,
Thanks.
but in the
Thanks.
nation. Yeah.
Thank you, Yendi. And the feeling is mutual because you are successful, you're energetic, and what you have represented our country well also.
Thank you.
So you are part of the fabric of Jamaica. You're part of the history of this great country. And I applaud you for all your work that you has done and continue to do. And I look forward to seeing your posts. They're always so beautiful, so energetic. I can just see the light, the energy in you every time. I know that you are living life to the fullest. And to do that, it doesn't take much. And I know that you know how to live well. And I really love that.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate you. I
Yes.
honor you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Oh, man.
Whatever your style, classic, trendy, sophisticated, bold, one thing we all share is our desire to indulge. Velvety and perfectly balanced with just the right amount of spirit, Worthy Park Rum Cream is your perfect pleasure. So whatever your style, indulge in the new Worthy Park Rum Cream. Smooth Jamaican elegance. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.